What's up, y'all? It's your man, Ron Hortman. I'm here with Catherine Maloney and Marlon Gordon. The Laugh Through Podcast. We here, baby. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on?
You seen any good movies lately?
Did I see any good movies lately? What did I see?
Well, that new Eddie Murphy has got the...
Oh, I did see that.
What is it? Beverly Hills
Cops. Axel Foley.
Yeah, that's my dog's name.
Axel Foley?
I rescued a dog. His name was Axel when I got him, and I decided to call him Axel Foley. And it was years ago, and now, yeah.
You dedicated.
Oh, I'm a huge Eddie Murphy fan. Like, when I used to have sleepovers, instead of making my friends like watch scary movies like most people would do, I would make them watch Delirious.
You had all your little friends going,
I'm like, ice cream. Yeah, and they'd be like, Catherine, how many times are you going to make us watch this? And I'm like, until you're good at telling the jokes.
Eddie he's one of one. He really is one of one.
So how was the movie, though? I didn't watch it.
I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay.
The movie is good.
Okay.
The movie's great.
All right.
I did see Bad Boys, the last one.
Is this the third or the fourth?
I think it's the fourth.
I think it is the fourth. And this is the fourth for Beverly Hills Cop. So we're going apples to apples, 4 for 4.
Both are A's to me.
Okay.
But I'll give the edge to Bad Boys.
Really?
Yes.
So what put you over the edge? Was there...
Okay. Eddie's by himself. And, he's funny. He's hilarious. But you got Will Smith and Martin playing off of each other the whole time.
I love Martin.
I love Martin.
Like, I'm so glad that, I was telling you earlier, like what is it? What was his 2 specials? The one we were saying before.
You So Crazy.
You So Crazy.
Run and Tell That.
Yep. You So Crazy. I rented from the local video store, right? So you got to say this is probably like in the mid 90s when that came out. So I don't know. I had to be like in like 8th grade, something like that. And here I go rent this, and I loved it, and I didn't return it.
So you still have that?
I probably have it somewhere, but it was like $500. Like my parents went to go rent something, and they were like, Catherine, like it was like a sitcom. It's like, wah, wah, wah. And I was like, I don't want to return it. And they're like, you can rent it again.
Blockbuster did not play.
It wasn't even a Blockbuster. It was one of the little local ones. Remember we used to have like the little guys,
the
like the
knockoffs.
mom and pops. Yeah. I worked at Blockbuster.
For real, did you?
Mm-hmm. That was like my dream, like, part-time gig because I love movies. And you get 5 free rentals a week. You got them the week before the movie came out.
What?
Yeah. And you get like 25% off of like food and stuff. So if you want to get snacks and all that.
Well, if we go to Blockbuster, it's going to be a movie night.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
How great was it? You'd run into people that you hadn't seen. You'd be like, hi, how are you? What are you going to rent? And it'd be like small talk for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you couldn't get caught into one section. You had to walk by like...
Real quick.
I just want to see what's over there. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they miss all that. People don't even go to the movies anymore. When's the last time you went to a movie theater?
I saw Bad Boys at the movie theater.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, that's a good one to go see. Anything big like that.
I tried to go see, what's the movie? The Book of Clarence.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
And I had to walk out.
Really?
I got...
It's on Netflix. I started it for like a second, but my ADHD brain didn't let me stay.
I didn't see what the movie was exactly about, but the gist of it was he was kind of mocking Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's not for
like
you.
He was, and I couldn't.
That's not for you.
Yeah, I got scared. Like,
You're trying to get it straight.
Yeah,
you can't go down that path.
Yeah,
no.
I couldn't do it.
I don't blame you.
I don't know if that's what it was really about, but that's what it was about.
Yeah. So you just were like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Did you go get your money back?
Yes, I did.
Good for you.
And the guy said, I would have did the same thing. I
Really?
can't watch it. I was like, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
It's weird when you walk out of a movie because it feels like, I don't know. It feels like almost like you got turned around too fast. Like you're like, I don't know what to do. Like, should I be mad but no, sometimes it's just not your cup of tea.
And it was real awkward because I was like, now what do I do with this popcorn?
Oh God, that's so weird. Especially like, can you imagine? Like, I got the large.
Yeah, I had the
got
large.
the the commemorative like bucket. Like it's like Book of Clarence popcorn bucket.
We go home. Let's stop at Taco Bell. So I'm eating Taco Bell and popcorn. Like, who's ever done that before? Huh?
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, that's life happening, baby.
Yeah. I walked out of that one movie Sideways. It was a wine movie. It was like the wine country movie. And I guess it was just too white for me. I was angry at it. It was that bad. It was so bad. I was like, and when I went to go get my money back, this 18-year-old kid went, and I was pregnant with Kayla. And I remember I went, I want my money back or whatever. And he was like, why? It's such a great movie about life. And I just popped off. I'm like, you're 18 years old. What do you know about life? You know what I mean? Like, how dare you? Just give me back my money. Like, I don't want your opinion. I'm obviously not happy about it.
How different is life for you now from what you thought it was when you were 18?
Oh, man, so different.
Ain't that crazy?
But also, like, we weren't, like, handed the easiest, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean.
So, like, when I was 18, it's different
it was
than
strong 18.
Yeah,
it was like an 18,
like
18.
It's, like, for this standard, like, these days, we were, like, 30 at 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we were, like, independent, and, like, we had gone through some stuff. We had seen some stuff. We were there. But these kids, they're, like, fresh out of the pack. You know what I mean? There's, like, no wrinkles. You know? They're just, like...
Pure.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to ruin it for them, but get out of my way.
Yeah, life be lifing.
Yeah, life's...
Do you... Like, I think back now, like I just went home, and I'm older than my mother was when I thought my mother was old as hell.
Oh, that's the weird thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I start doing the math and thinking back like...
I know. But they looked a lot older back then.
Didn't they?
They did. Like, I look at videos of my mom when she was like 34, and she looks like she's like 60. Yeah. Like, I'm like, why did they look so old? Like,
they
why?
did.
Like, you look at videos from like people in the 80s in high school, and they're like grown-ups.
Yeah, because they cigarettes didn't have filters back then.
And they were encouraging them. Like, that's the smoking hill for the students. You know what I mean? They were like, get your pack of cigarettes for 50 cents. And they were like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they really did encourage them. I think they were like trying to expedite the... Like, next generation, let's keep them moving.
Keep it moving.
Now we're, like, working out and not eating gluten. It's throwing the whole system off.
The equilibrium
is
messed up. Now, I don't want to get too morbid.
Oh, boy.
But just think about this, all right? When you have a group of people you grew up with, and things start happening to people, and like, so everybody start getting their license, everybody starts to graduate, people start going to college, then people start getting married, people start having kids, and it's all in like, groups.
Blocks, yeah.
Like, then people start getting jobs, then people start becoming grandparents, and people start to pass away. So I'm at a place in life where, like, when I go back home, it's always for a funeral. It's never going back for nothing fun.
And you think about it, like 20 years ago, it was all for weddings.
Yes.
And like christenings and like, it's all celebrations of like life.
So these, the phases in life, I'm starting to see it. And like, we were just talking, we sitting there like, man, we don't have family reunions no more. People don't, we only come together for sad stuff. And then when you think about when we go back, when we had all of that stuff, it was like our parents, the elders and all that. And now we the ones who's supposed to be doing that.
I know.
We the most irresponsible, immature group of older people ever.
Well, I saw this thing about, like, when you have kids grow up too soon when they're young. Like, if you take away their youth because you put responsibility, you know what I mean? Because I feel like we were kind of raising ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody always commends us when we're younger. Oh my goodness, Ron, what a good son you are. You go to school, you have this and that, and you like check all these boxes, and they always praise us for it. But then we get like kind of tired, and then by the end, it's like you took our youth, so we're kind of still like playful, and we don't want to be like the responsible one. Like, you ever be in a room and go, "Oh my God, I'm the adult"?
Yeah.
Nobody wants that feeling.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, I think with our generation, because they made us like do that, and like we're all still like kids. Like, I still watch like cartoons,
I love
like
cartoons.
on purpose. Yeah, I love cartoons. I'll
We
eat a bowl of cereal and watch cartoons. I'm 45 years old.
we are the latchkey kids.
We are. I used to walk myself to kindergarten.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? My mom didn't want to wake the baby up, so she let me walk to kindergarten.
I used to catch the
I
bus
was cute, man.
with my little brother. Yeah.
I don't know how to.
She said I was cute.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying send your ugly kids to walk to school by themselves, but I'm just saying if you got an especially little cute kid, like I could have been on a milk carton.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You was a target, huh?
I guess they heard me talk and they were like, keep it moving.
This
one
one talks too
talks
much.
back. You know what I mean? We're not gonna give her any responsibility. She'll be giving us lip.
Like I learned the layout of the city. I used to catch the bus with my little brother. Places
Yes!
like and I tell a joke about this. People don't get it. Like they used to give us a note to go to the
Yes.
store. And they would give
Buy
us cigarettes and beer.
Lotto. Yeah, we
With a
were
note.
we were playing. We were gambling.
Yep.
We were buying cigarettes.
Yep.
We were buying liquor
Yeah.
with a note, a handwritten note.
Legal document.
According to the local store.
It was a legal document. I'm gonna be real. I couldn't even see over the counter. I just
Yeah.
put the note up there, scoop my change.
And like we all had food stamps, and we used to go to my one cousin's house, and like all the adults wanted to like hang out, right? So they'd be drinking and smoking weed and everything, and they didn't, obviously they didn't really want us, you know what I mean? So they would just be like, whatever, go keep yourselves like busy, and they would. We had the books of the food stamps, so you'd have to peel it out. So these kids are lucky. You just swipe a card. If nobody's looking, you don't know you're using it. We had to like go in with the welfare coupons.
And they were color coded.
Yes. And then they would give you change with more food stamps.
Hey, your mom would see you to the store. Go and be like, ah.
Yeah, you're like, oh no. And she's like, shut up, we're all on them. Because like most of us were, but like I didn't care because they'd be so high. They'd give us like a $20 one and be like, go crazy. And like we would go get chips and whatever. For $20 back then, you could like buy anything.
This is how old I am. I remember when we would go to my mother, we used to get the 6-packs of Pepsi in the bottles.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yeah.
The skinny bottles.
Yeah,
Marlon.
it's like the
You ever seen
Mexican
that?
Cokes.
Yeah.
No.
And they would, you didn't throw the bottles away. You put the bottles back into the pack, and when you go back to get more, they would give you 10 cents for each bottle.
They still do that in New York.
Do they still?
Yeah, you still can, like the homeless people, they have a whole little like thing. They have a whole system. They have like the carts or whatever, and it's all hanging. If you go to New York, like drive through, you'll see people like, it looks like they're setting up for like a festival because it's like huge. It's like think of like a double-decker bus. It's like a double-decker of like all the recyclables. And people in New York, they'll like put them on a little plastic bag and hang them on the fence, and then people just go through and grab them.
So wait, you telling me that's what y'all give the
homeless people?
People that's begging for money?
Pretty
You give them a
much.
bottle. I ain't got no change, but here go two. Here go a 20-ounce Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Do something with that, player.
Yeah, he's like, thank you. I was looking for this. Yeah, they're fine. But no, instead of you like leaving like, like stuff out for, people, they just put it there. So instead of, recycling or whatever and giving it to the man, they give it to the guy that's going to go or the woman that's going to go bring it in.
Have you heard of this before, Marlon?
I have never heard of this before.
Yeah.
God, I feel like I'm teaching so much on
you
every
are.
episode.
And next on White People.
Catherine discusses happy days in recycling in New York City. We are astounded by the stuff this white woman does. Have you filled out paperwork for your opinion yet?
Oh God.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny.
So
We live in two separate worlds.
we do.
I think if more people had these conversations, though, they would understand, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all these different realms.
So do you understand that people really like the ignorance between each other fuels a lot of what goes on. Like
absolutely.
I guarantee, me and Marlon never had this conversation before, but I guarantee you, Marlon has walked past a car and he heard the door locks before.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was with one of my white friends. We were going to lunch, and that happened. He got so mad. Like I'm like, bro, it happens all the time.
It was him. He hit his own door, and then he got guilty. He was like, "How dare somebody do that to my?" How dare you? Damn, it was me. Yeah.
But it is what it is, though. Like because people, they hear all of this stuff, and then they're just afraid.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why we still here in 20. What year is this? 24.
2024.
It never makes any sense to me, especially in the South, because in the South, like, and I'm going to do broad strokes here, but, you know, if you live in the same place and you go to you shop at the same stores, you go to the same, you know, your churches might be across the street from each other, but it's the same message.
It's supposed to be.
Well, it's the same dude on the cross, right?
Yeah.
So however you're interpreting it, but yeah, I noticed like there's a huge, like, there's a huge room. There's a lot of room for like the way people interpret things. And I think just like connecting and just being in the same space, like makes you realize like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have in common, but there's a lot of stuff that like,
we do.
Yeah, you can connect.
The thing is, like my neighborhood right now, my block, I love these people on my block. Like
They're your people.
They will give me, I can go there right now and they will do whatever they can to help me. And I know they will. But a lot of that happens once you finally take the time to get to know somebody. And that's what it is. We do need more conversations like this. And people need to sit down and just relax and get to know somebody for who they are. Relax.
Like get to know each other. Like just, you know, because you'll have way more in common than you think.
Yep.
You know? And I think, like, I like talking to complete strangers. Like, I'll just, like, strike up a conversation, like, anywhere with anybody at any time. Like,
weird.
Super weird. But I feel like I don't get to travel enough. And so I feel like it's, like, I get to, like, visit with people and kind of, like, especially if you come from, like, I had a lot of neighbors that were from, like, South America. And they would have big parties. And, like, everybody would cook their favorite dish. And, like, you know, it would be, like, a baptism or a new baby or whatever. I love that. I love that because it's like you get to peek inside of their life and their culture and like what they believe. And I think that we can all grow from that, you know?
I was thinking the other night, everybody is, no matter what you are, you're in a group or a community. So, and inside each group and community, people try to find people of like interests. So it's another subgroup in that group. And then in that group, it's a subgroup. So that's all people are trying to do. They're trying to find people that they can associate with, that they can be familiar with and build upon that.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Human beings by nature are social creatures.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
I agree.
So, we deep tonight.
Yeah, real deep.
This is too deep.
We must be hungry.
Yeah. You know how we get.
Usually when we're hungry, we start talking about food and deep stuff.
Now, I'm going to say this. Again, I'm turning all over the place. I just got back from Milwaukee. In the past month, I've been there twice, 2 funerals.
I'm so sorry.
A cousin and an uncle. And it hurt so bad for me because my grandmother is 96 and watching her have to bury her child.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a part of life, and it's one of those things that everybody's going to take that road. But I sat down, I started talking to her, and I said, Grandma, who is this picture on the wall? because I knew one was her mother and her father, and the other picture was her grandfather and grandmother. And so she went, and I started asking her questions. She went and she got me the census paperwork. My grandfather was born in her grandfather was born her father was born in 1880. So that means her grandfather was a slave, and his wife was a slave. So I think he was born in like 1840 something. And I sat there with my cousins. I was like, yo, just listen to this, man. Listen to this. I said, that's our grandma. And they're like, yeah. I said, her grandmama was a slave. That's how close it is.
It's very
and
close.
You don't think about it.
No.
And then we start talking and talking. I never knew that her parents came from Louisiana, and my other side of the family came from Louisiana.
Wow.
And my grandmother's father on both sides and my other grandmother on my father's side, both of their fathers' name was Arthur. Ain't that weird?
That is weird.
That's
Especially
wild.
for you, because you have the joke with the home and away. So his dad and his stepdad both have the same name, right? So it's just funny how, like, but in my whole family, we're all Catherine. Like, there's a million of us.
Everybody's Catherine?
My mom, I'm a junior, which is weird.
That's on your driver's license, Catherine Jr.?
Women don't do juniors.
I'm
We're not
calling
real
you Junior.
people, you know.
I'm calling you Junior.
You can. But she went by Kate. So when I was born, my great grandmother was alive. Her name was Kitty Fagan. Kitty short for Catherine. So that's like the nicknameiest of all the Catherines when I was alive, and she's the oldest. And then my great aunt was Katie, short for Catherine, and then Kate, and then Catherine.
Kitty, Katie, and Cat.
Yeah, Kitty, Katie, Kate, and Catherine. And they were all alive. We were all alive at the same time at one point.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's dope.
So, yeah, it's all the same name. But
That's dope,
for
Junior.
you guys to have all the paperwork, though, like, you all should be sitting down with her and recording her, because that's the one thing
We did.
Oh, good, because I'm
did.
so upset I didn't record my grandmother when she would go on and on about everything.
It was the census of whatever that year that was. It was like it showed her father's name and then the kids. And that's when they were from Arkansas. They lived in Arkansas then.
Wow.
It just blew my mind. Just thinking about that. Like, wow.
My ancestors didn't move around like that. I'm only third generation on my mom's side for both her parents or whatever. And most of those people are still in Queens in the same spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, you from Jamaica, right?
My family is, yeah.
Can you go back past your grandfather?
No, we've tried. Well, yes, a little bit, but not much further than my grandfather.
So
Yeah.
it was always a thing for us. Like, even in school, people were like, oh, my family is German. We're from here. Most of the black kids didn't know. We didn't know. And now it's like, man, you can kind of find out, but it's just so interesting that you know that your family came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't just show up here. And if you here right now and you live in life, somebody fought, somebody did something hard for you to be here.
It's crazy.
That's the part that
When
messed
you
me
think
up.
about it, that we're alive and like how many people it took just for us to be sitting right here to survive it.
Yes.
Like, and we just kind of take it for granted.
We do.
We're like, whatever. I mean, well, can you imagine if we go back in time, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and like
Oh,
we
my
go
God.
back and we're like, yeah, we do this podcast, we talk about like shows. You're like, what?
A
You're not-
podcast.
what does that mean? You know, like,
It's like a radio show for people who don't have a radio show.
what's a radio? Like, it would just be like just waves of like, what do you boil it down, but it's amazing that we're here.
Think of this. Everything they went through. How proud of you would they be right now? Huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, ain't it?
Yeah. They would be. I mean, our kids aren't so much all the time, but
forget them kids.
But our great my great grandmother would probably be like, "You're doing so great,
man."
Yeah.
You
The men would probably be very disappointed. You know?
For what? For what?
Oh, the men in my family aren't like happy creatures for the most part. Like they're more, they're like, I would say we all have a great Irish like sense of humor. Like the Irish like to laugh, like that's like to tell a joke and stuff. So they're all really funny. But like when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a lawyer, right? And I have the mouth for it. And even my college professors were like, please go to law school. Like you love to debate, like just go for it. And I remember going home and telling my family at like Thanksgiving, I'm like, I'm going to be a lawyer. And they're like, man, just like work for the court. Be a stenographer. Like, why try so hard? Like, oh my gosh, you know how much reading you're going to have to do? Like, they totally just like crapped on it to the point where you just kind of like pack it away. So yeah, they wouldn't be like, oh my God, you're going to be famous.
Do you know why they do that though?
Because they're weak and they didn't want to go for it?
Nope.
Oh.
No. Because think about this. That's why I'm so glad we finally did the podcast.
Yeah.
People get comfortable with playing it safe.
True. They don't like to take chances.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, we want you to have a good life. Just go down to the courthouse.
I don't think they didn't even follow it up with a good life. They were just like, man, don't be a lawyer. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, they were short with words. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what they meant.
Probably. But you got to go for your dreams. Anybody, when I do comedy and anybody says, oh, I always thought about doing comedy, I always encourage them. I always look up the nearest, closest open mic and send them the info. Let them get that right out of their system.
It's not what you think.
But let them get it out of their system.
Yeah.
Get the mic in their hand. Let them see how it feels. Because they'll know, and I never want to discourage anybody.
No, do you?
There's plenty of work.
I think about everything that I've been able to do, and it's a blessing.
I love it.
It really is, and you look back like, wow, I did that. I was able to do that. I was here. I was there.
You opened for Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
And she gave you the concert that you wanted.
Yeah.
That you needed. You needed that cry.
It was my allergies. Down here in Florida, pollen, it's high at certain times. And my eyes are sensitive, and therefore they sometimes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Where are you at this weekend?
This week, I'm going to the Asheville Comedy Festival.
Laugh Your Asheville?
Laugh My Asheville, yes.
That's what it's called, right? That's the festival.
Yes. I'm excited.
Do you know anybody else on that? Because I know a lot of people were shooting for it.
Yeah. I'm going to say his name wrong. Vietnamese guy.
Oh, the doctor?
The doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Viet?
Yeah, Viet. That's how you pronounce it?
I believe so. If we're messing it up, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he reached out and we congratulated each other.
Good.
And I remember meeting him, and he said that he started comedy after he came to the show that we did at Snappers. It was a fundraiser. It was me, you,
what?
Johnny B, and who else was on the show? Maybe Sloan.
That makes sense.
And I was like, oh my God, I think I remember that.
We inspired him.
Come on now.
There's another comic.
Look at God.
Out of Tarpon Springs, and he went to my Snapper show and started doing comedy, and now he's got a room in Tarpon Springs. Like a weekly room. And he messaged me. He was like, I don't know if you remember me. I don't. Like, it's hard to remember people.
She don't mean it like that, man. She remembered you. She didn't remember your name. She remembered your face.
And he was like, yeah, I saw you at the show. And, like, I just started doing comedy. And, like, he survived cancer. He had cancer. And, like, between that and, like, he was like, I'm just going to go for it. And now he's doing it.
That's what's up.
Right?
That's what's up.
But it's, like, weird when I inspire people. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's nice.
So
it's nice to hear it.
I think of that in a good way. And sometimes I think of it. So like if you a dude, right, and you got this girl, and like if I show up with her somewhere and we was together, and people look at me and be like, "How'd he get her?" Then they go shoot their shot because they say, "If he can do it, I can do it." That's how I think about it sometimes.
That's how you think about it?
Yeah.
It is a nice backhanded compliment when you have somebody and they go, "Oh my gosh, you were great and I really enjoyed your show. I always thought about doing comedy. I think I'm going to start doing comedy." That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I can.
And it's like, it's so nice because you're like, I made it look like fun and easy and like, you know, like why not? I can do that. Anybody can do that. And that's why I say, so the nearest one is here. It's on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. You tell so-and-so I sent you. And I send them right to it because let's get that knocked out.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Bring all your friends. And then make sure they all leave after you go up.
Oh, my God.
Because that's what we need. But it's fun watching newbies, though. It's fun, I think, because it's like watching a baby walk for the first time. You know what I mean? It's exciting. It could be dangerous. They might eat the table, you know, but it's you have to follow your dream. If something is telling you to do it, then do it.
Do it. I agree.
Yeah.
I like when it's somebody that really care about it. When they really care about it, that's so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Comedy is just a weird thing, man.
And everybody does it different. Like, there is no right way or wrong way to do it. It's what works for you. You know, the sooner you can get to your voice and, like, that's what you want to do. And then just live in that voice.
I'm still looking for that voice.
You have your voice. Everybody loves you. Are you kidding me?
I love you, too, but you know, it's because you had the freedom to do anything, and that's what it's so hard to keep it in the lane that you want to go. Like I get absent-minded. I start talking about something else.
But I think my favorite comics are the ones that are more conversational because there's a genuine connection. Not to say people that like you get someone like Tommy John again, right? He's retired now. Somebody told me he doesn't do stand-up anymore. I always refer to that comic because he came runner-up on Last Comic Standing to Felipe Esparza that season. And his style, Tommy John again, is like machine gun comedy. It is pop, 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 pop. You are not done laughing from the last two jokes while he's on the next one and the next one and the next one.
Yep.
So there's styles like that where you got to be prepared and you have your set and you just like a punch list. You're just going down it. I much rather like lean into the audience and get to know them and pull from them and then build my set out from there. So it's like more organic. So I think I don't care if I slip up and I'm like, I told a joke the other night that I've been telling for like 2 years and it just fell on the floor. And after I did it in the whole, I was like, well, I guess I said that one wrong. And they all laughed because they all had decided that they weren't going to laugh at it. And so you just move it on, you know, like make a joke out of that part.
I like Ali Sadiq. Like when you telling the story, you sit up, and the crowd get quiet. Yeah. And they wait.
They're leaning in.
Boom. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
We're back on track.
Okay. See what I mean? I get sidetracked. Sometimes I think something's wrong with me. I got too many.
It's called
pieces.
ADHD. I have it. I was literally diagnosed with it. It is not just me saying, oh, I have ADHD. I literally have it. And I didn't know I had it because.
How did you know?
I went to the doctor and within the session, she was like, you know, you have ADHD, right? And I was like, no, because I always associated it with physical hyperactivity. And I'm like a potato. I just like stay in one place. But with women and girls, it's in our brain. So it's like we have like 37,000 internet tabs up all at once. And we just jump from tab to tab.
I got that.
Yeah, that's ADHD. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just the way your brain is. Some people think it's a superpower because you're able to like overthink things and like play it all out. And other people are still on like the first square of the journey. And you're like, I already hashed it all out.
I'm on next week right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, we're like, I forgot to put the dryer on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
another comic told me that he said, hey man, I'm telling you, that's what it is. you need to take one of these. I'm like, bruh,
I
I
don't
am
take
not
drugs
taking
for it.
stuff
I don't take
that
drugs
you're
for it.
prescribing me.
Yeah. He took it out of his pocket. There was like a piece of lint on it. He's like, oh, is that the purple one? Yeah. This will be good for you. Get out of here with
I
that.
guarantee you'll get so much more accomplished. I said, thank you, but no thank you.
No. They tried some type of medicine on me. It wasn't Adderall. Adderall's the one that it's meth, basically. Adderall, that's what it is. It slows you down.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I never took that. But the other thing that they had me take, I didn't see a difference.
Hey, hold on, wait. I didn't mean to violate HIPAA on this episode of the podcast.
I violated it myself. No, but I didn't see a difference. I still felt all the other thing. And the thing is they'll be like, oh, then take more of it. And so I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, don't get me wrong. If I have a headache, I'll take an Advil because immediately I don't have the headache. But I don't like taking medication where I got to wait like 90 days to see if it works. Nah, you ain't living
90
it.
days.
You're not living it. You're not, or whatever it is. You're not living in my body that long before I'm like, it works or it doesn't. Meanwhile, like I got a full mustache and like a tail growing and I'm still bouncing off the walls. And no, I haven't turned the dryer on yet, you know?
So you're just out here raw dogging with
Always.
ADHD. Okay.
Oh, it's the weed, you know? Then I got my medical marijuana card and I can use that for it.
Okay. All right.
So now I have an excuse why I can't remember anything. If it's not the ADHD, it's the weed. But it's like, it's so, I mean, I'm not encouraging people to do drugs or whatever, but if you are going to do it, go get your card. It's so nice.
You're actually encouraging people to do drugs. That's exactly what you're doing.
It's like, go get your card is better than calling a dealer.
And she's telling you exactly how to do it. Go get your card.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because like every time in my life when I was growing up, like you'd go for your physical, right? And the doctor would be like, do you smoke? And you'd say no. And do you drink? And you'd say no. And they say, do you do any drugs? And you'd say no. And they say, what about marijuana? Do you take the marijuana? You know? And that was like our whole life.
Did you say yeah?
And no, because when I was a kid, I didn't. I didn't start getting my medical marijuana card until COVID. I'm a late in life.
Okay.
Yeah, because my parents were deadheads, and so I swung the pendulum in the opposite direction. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because they did it, you know, which is weird because usually you do drugs in spite of your parents. I stayed sober in spite of my parents.
So just in case my mother's watching, I still don't smoke
She
weed.
doesn't. He doesn't, yeah.
Because she hanging around friends that smoke weed. I don't do it, Mom.
Oh, he doesn't.
But I got a quick story. I can't say his name, but a friend of a friend was going to get this job, right? And it was in the medical field, and so it was going great. They told him to go and
Pee in a cup.
yes, I can't stop laughing because I can't get it out, and so for whatever reason. He didn't realize that they were going to test and find out like right away.
Oh my God, he thought he had time.
Yeah, that and so he was smoking. And so he peed in the cup and all that. And then when he asked him like,
so when do we find out? They're like, right now, get your bag. Here's your badge.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh my gosh.
I promise y'all, this dude, he fought the man to take his pee back. They were wrestling over his pee.
He's like, oh, I didn't know you were going to rent it right now.
Give me that. That's mine.
Oh, my God.
And the man was going, no, it's ours now. And they was fighting over the pee.
How great would it be if like the top popped off and like their eyes just grew and you just see this like wave of urine like just go all over the guy's face?
He had to come back the next day and apologize
for fighting the guy for his urine.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have really fought him. You know what I mean? The guy should have let go of the cup.
He panicked. Like
no, I'm not saying your friend. I'm saying the guy holding the cup. He should have let it go. Like you're gonna take that bullet. You're gonna take a cup of pee in the face?
You know, some people
take
their jobs too serious.
You really do take your job too serious.
He did not release the pee. He didn't release it.
It's So funny.
True story.
He got a grip.
I want to name drop so bad because it's hilarious.
You're gonna do it after. You're gonna tell me. No, I'm
yes.
just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah. I never had to worry about it. Matter of fact, I was the one that people were like, if I need some clean pee, can I come like me? And I'd be like, no, I'm not peeing. I don't need to know what's wrong with me. You know what I mean? I'll mess around and like give it to some guy who'd be like, turns out you're pregnant. You know what I mean? I don't.
I may or may have not, allegedly.
Deposited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people need jobs. Now I don't even think they can like, I know with certain jobs they can.
They do hair samples now.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad I can just do what I do and not have to worry.
Like, technically, if you went to a job and they found marijuana, you could just show them your medical card. And
I mean, and then that's the thing, right? That's a HIPAA violation. Because why do I have to disclose that I'm on marijuana?
You know
that's like if I was on like cancer medication or whatever, like you wouldn't be like, oh, this came out.
And we're like, Catherine, we saw it on your podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I got a whole other podcast just dedicated to this kind of talk. I just think it's weird because like every morning I wake up to like a text message and it's like BOGO gummies, 30% off flour. You know what I mean? Like that's what that's why it's been so desensitized is like, it's literally like going into a cell phone store. You go in and it's all set up all nice and you have like somebody a cashier and like what's wrong? Like, do you want to work on something? Like they'll have a meeting with you. I've never had that meeting yet.
Can you return it? Like this is not
100%.
good. What?
You can come back, or you could have it all gone and come back and be like, I didn't like it, and like with the vapes, and they'll like just swap it out. If something goes wrong, like there was an error, like something went wrong with the cartridge, and it was like brought it right back. They just swap it out, no big deal. Yeah.
My life is so boring. Like I have nothing exciting like this.
This is like just like going to go get like multivitamins from CVS. I guess to other people it's exciting. To me, I'm just glad I never had to like meet some guy in an alley. You know what I mean? Or like chase somebody down for it. Like I can get weed for like $10.
That's part of the excitement, though.
Yeah, I guess.
People been
my excitement is like, ooh,
smoking
it's on
weed
sale.
all this years that some fat dude pulled out his butt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I had somebody tell me last night that somebody snuck something onto a cruise, and that's how they did it.
Yeah, that's how they. Yeah.
Yeah, the butt.
Yeah, that's the only place you can hide it.
True.
Did you know that, Marlon?
I've heard that. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Can you imagine like going through customs and your eyes are like this the whole time, and you're like, and they're like, "Are you good?" You're like, "Yeah, fine." How and they're like
this weed stinks.
Yeah, smells like skunk. Imagine you fart and it's like you exhaled. It's like, man, that's that sticky icky.
Can I tell y'all something? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I was flying back, and this is so embarrassing, but let me tell you anyway, just because I feel like we family. And I dozed off on the plane, right? And there was a girl sitting next to me. My wife was on the other side, and I had my headphones in. I was watching the Olympics, and I kind of dozed off. And I woke up. So embarrassing. I gotta tell you, I woke up because I think I farted.
Did you?
I don't know, but I was terrified because I was looking at the girl next to me. I said, "Oh, she had on her headphones." So
she felt it.
I was so embarrassed. Like, what do I say now as an adult?
Excuse me.
You don't say anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, nobody knows who farted.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Everybody knew it was me.
Totes.
Nobody knew it was you.
Everybody.
I was like,
they were being nice though. They didn't make a big deal about it, right? Nobody showed you that they knew.
Like
I would have laughed.
She had on headphones.
I would have easily if I was next to you and you farted. I would be like, man, you farted. I wouldn't have been a whole.
She had her headphones on and she was texting, so I was just looking over to make sure she wasn't texting. The dude next to me just farted. I was looking like. I don't know, but I ain't seen that. I don't know if I did, but I'm sure I did because I woke up.
Just keep your eyes closed next time.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Mm-hmm. Act like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just act like it. That's how you do it? Just act like
that's good advice.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
I feel so much better now.
And the guy's like, Marlon, this is an elevator. And Alex is just like...
Oh, my eyes are closed.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna be like Publix, like filling out the paperwork.
Oh God! I feel so much better now.
Yeah, we all fart.
Everybody.
Why do we pretend like we're the only ones? Like why do we get embarrassed?
I don't know.
I don't get embarrassed.
Like I'm grown now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will go to somebody's house and I will blow your bathroom up if I have to.
Oh,
There's no shame
I
no
think
more.
we've talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
If I've been in your house, I've gone. Even if it's only been a quick one, it's happened. Like it's public places. Like my sister will only go at home. I am the total opposite.
I got to go. If I got to go, I'm going.
Yeah, I don't hold it. You get sick that way. Don't hold it.
Let it
Smoke
out.
weed and go to the bathroom. That's the advice from Aunt Cat.
Do you know I have a dog,
Mm-hmm.
right? My dog will not go anywhere except at home.
That is
Seriously.
wild.
That's weird,
I
right?
promise
That's
you.
got to be. I've never heard of a dog.
I promise you, never, ever,
what
ever,
if you
ever.
move?
I don't know what she's gonna do. She will never go anywhere else. Never.
Do
The
you
same
carry your
spot?
dog in a handbag too? Is it
No,
one of
no,
those
not
type of
that
dogs? Okay.
Not that dog.
This is the
my other dog.
Rottweiler?
Yeah. She will not go anywhere except at home in our own yard.
I've never
Ever.
heard of that.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess, but it's like weird.
I've never heard of that.
She'll pee, but she will not. Only at home. Ain't that strange?
Very. You
Yeah,
should
but
ask
that's-
the dog whisperer about that. Like, you
That-
should email him.
That's nice though, because like I take my dog for a walk and he poops, and now I got to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, you got the bag on you.
Yeah.
I have, like, she a big dog, so I got like 8 bags with me just in case.
Yep, I get it.
Never, not one time. Ever.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, mine will go all kinds of places.
Well, listen, I can train your dog if you'd like.
to only poop in your yard.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd be like, all right, Axel, we got to get in the car. Got to go to Ryan so you can poop in that corner.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Just weird.
I've never heard of a dog doing that ever.
Hey,
I mean, it's convenient and you don't have any surprises. So,
only at home. Nowhere else.
well, for all the listeners out there, if you also have a dog that only poops in one place, please let us know. We're going to do a survey.
We should.
We should.
We should. That's a good
Question
idea.
of the week. Does your dog only poop at
Ooh,
home?
that's a good idea.
Question of the week.
That is a great idea.
Right?
Man,
I'm in Lakeland this weekend.
Lakeland.
Yep. Laugh Out Lounge. It's Mike Lee's room.
See, you know the only thing about this is
We're
that-
never going to know when this comes out.
exactly.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll go on my Instagram and figure it out. At least we know we're working. I've been doing a lot of like moose lodges and like American Legions and like VFWs.
What are those? I'm sorry. Like what?
They're
I've-
like veteran.
Okay.
They're nice
hand to
rooms, too.
God, I couldn't tell you what the different like. I think that's the whole thing. Like I guess if you look it up, but some of them are veterans. And,
VFWs are veterans.
okay.
The elks and the mooses are like fraternity type things,
Okay.
like community.
Have you ever
Like
been to
social
one,
clubs.
Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we do gigs like
Oh,
that
yeah,
like
all the
all the
time.
time. Yeah, they love comedy.
Yeah.
The one Ron and I did together a couple of months ago, 350 people
Yeah.
at that event.
Yep.
It was a pretty
Nice.
big, yeah, and they were great.
Great.
That was a fun show.
I'm a big deal in some elks lodges, Marlon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an honorary member in
Really?
the one in Tarpon.
For real?
Yeah.
Have you done like motorcycle party, like the chapters or whatever? I just did one for like one that's like I forget what group it was, but it was a Marines, motorcycle
Oh wow.
crew, whatever, and they gave me one of their coins. That's like a big
So you,
deal.
yeah, you're
that's
like an
awesome.
honorary member.
Yeah,
then.
when they gave it to me, I was like, "You gave me a coin." I like lost my mind because I don't get gifts like that very often, I guess. But I was like, I could like redeem this.
Yeah.
Like that's all I could think of is
You can
like
call for a favor one day.
Correct. I
Yeah.
like that.
Like I'm in Lakeland. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in LOL. I'm in Little Jam.
Yep. And they'll
Yeah.
disperse.
Or if you want to get some bacon from Publix, they don't have any.
True. And I'll be
Beef
like,
bacon.
just slide that over. I don't like to redeem this, but I am in the mood. I'm going to need you to expedite that to 12 hours. Yeah, but I like when it's stuff like that. But yeah, they're cool. They usually like the comics. They like us.
They do. They do. It's so weird. Like comedy is just one of those things. You one night you treat it like a celebrity,
A star.
and then the next night,
Not so much.
not so much.
So I don't know how you feel about this, but like, you know, when you do like a newer, it could just be like a standalone show, or it could be like a newer show, and like you'll go in and like they haven't clearly defined like what the perks are. Like sometimes we'll get free drinks, or we'll get like a $25 bar tab or something like that to that effect. And usually it's discussed ahead of time. They'll be like, you get 2 drinks and a sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
But when it's unknown, and I usually have a drink when I go on stage. I know you're not drinking, but you'll get your Heineken Zero or whatever. I'm having a hard time with them charging me up front for the drink. Like, let's say they haven't given us a bar tab, but they'll be like, I'll be like, hi, I'm one of the comics. Like, can I get a, whatever, a Miller Lite? And they'll be like, that'll be $5. And then I'll give it to them. And then after I perform and they really like me, then they want to buy me drinks. And I feel like that's singing for my supper. And I don't like that feeling.
And that's doing what?
It's like singing for your supper.
That's one of those other phrases?
It's a jump a shark.
That's a jump the shark?
Yeah. So sing.
Marlon, write that down.
Write that down.
Yeah. Hey,
My
got it.
Caternisms. But it's like we'll give it to you as a reward. And I don't like that feeling, because it's like, treat me like you want me to do well. Like you want to set somebody up for success. Like whether it's a bottle of water or it's a soda or it's something, like don't make me.
That's just simple hospitality.
Yeah.
If somebody's coming over to an event and you want something to drink, you definitely shouldn't pay for that.
No. It's not like I'm like, can I get Black Label top shelf? Like
you
blue
should pay.
cheese stuffed all like I'm asking for like a $2 beer. You know what I mean? Or like some people will even charge me for like water.
No, they shouldn't be charging.
Bonkers.
Yeah, they shouldn't be charging.
Not that club, but I'm saying like because it sounded like I was like it wasn't that one. No, but it was like another one. It was like
you ain't getting booked there no more.
It wasn't them. They're like most gigs are really good at saying like, can I get you something?
Yeah.
But recently in the last year, I've had a few where they're charging me up front. They're charging me full price.
Now.
I always tip no matter if I pay for the drinks or not. So I'm always like taking care of the staff or whatever. And then on the end, they're like, hey, right before you get in your car and drive home for 3 hours, can we get you a double shot of whiskey? And I'm like, nah.
Nah, that's not right. They shouldn't do that.
You don't get that? You just get all the treatment well? See, this is why we're doing the Laugh Through podcast.
For the most part, like if I'm doing the event or something, part of the correspondence, they'll ask me, what do I want? Like, do you want this or that?
Oh, you're on another level.
I'm like, no, I don't want anything. Just some water and the mic and the stool. That's it. And then there are certain places I go and I'm standing there. I say, hey, you want something? And then I'm going to get it. They were like, hey, he's
one of us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they take care of it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be paying for anything.
Yeah. No. It's like if you're gonna say, hey, we don't have it in the budget to comp anything, then like I'm fine with it. But if you're rewarding me after the fact because I was funnier than you thought I was gonna be and now I deserve it, you could keep it.
Singing for your supper.
Singing for my supper.
Yeah, you shouldn't be singing for your supper. But I will say this, that a lot of places are probably like that because they've been abused by other.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that because I've been in rooms where I've seen people abuse the system and like, over drink or over order or not tip. Always tip your servers. Always tip your staff. Always tip, especially if you're a comedian. Like they talk about you. If you're wondering, oh no, they don't. They are literally. It will affect your bookings.
And try not to be a diva. Just go in and do your thing.
Yeah.
Just be low maintenance.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
It's good advice.
Marlon, you got any advice?
No, not at the moment.
He's like,
I'm back here
Catherine's got
taking
enough
pictures of you
opinions.
guys, creating social content.
Marlon just had a big 90s party.
I did.
That was pretty cool.
can we go next time? I want to go next time.
I would love to have you guys perform next.
Oh,
would love to.
forget it.
How
I would
dope
love
would that
to.
be?
I just want to. Yeah, that would
Hey.
be so much fun.
Will you give her something to drink?
Ooh, I will give her something to drink.
See?
He's like, here's your bottle of water ahead of time.
Oh, half a cup of water.
Tastes so
Drinks
good.
are on me. No, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah,
So that was a work event.
it was.
So are people different? Like when they finally let their hair down?
Oh,
have,
yeah.
Have you seen? Do you see people in a different light now?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
What?
But you get to see the real people, and you get to build the real relationships, and you get to see the real people when you're not working. Yeah, that's my advice. Make friends outside of work
That's
Yeah.
pretty deep.
because it makes work better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, you get each other. There is probably less misunderstandings. And
Yeah.
like, it's like, I don't know.
And people want to do business with people they like.
True.
And they're
I
not going
agree
to
with
like
that.
you until you go to networking event and get to really know them, where you're not trying to sell them something.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good advice.
It's weird because like we're the product. So like when we go to those things, like we're selling ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we're the product.
See, the only thing that I like after you do a show and then you have to interact with people, then they ask you all of the questions.
A lot of
It's like an
questions.
interview,
It is.
and it's like I'm not on stage right now. I just want to.
And do you get it beforehand? Because I just did an event and this audience member, like, she was like Barbara Walters. You know who that is,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So
Marlon, do you know who
I
Barbara
knew-
Walters
I
is?
knew you were going to ask me that. I knew you were going to
Look,
ask
he
me.
Googling it right
Yes.
now.
Yes, I know.
he's like, oh, I remember this lady. But she asked me like 15 questions. And most of the stuff, I'm like, I'm going to review it on stage.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask the comedian like a bunch of questions because 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you like the broad strokes on stage. You're going to get to know them.
I like to think that they were excited to
Yeah.
get to know you, but
Yeah.
that's why I like to be in a room or separate because so you don't have to ask all of those questions. That's one of the hard parts about doing cruises because you're stuck on the boat with people the whole time. So after my show, I'll might grab me something to eat, then I go to my room. Because if you don't, you got to do it. You
Gotta
got to
be
talk.
nice.
You got to be nice. And then one question turns into an hour.
I know.
You know what the worst is? After a show and you selling your merchandise and one person stops and it starts
Holds the whole thing
the
up.
whole thing up.
We need a person. We need a merch person that just like keeps it moving.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon, when I worked with him years ago, he had a great idea. So he had a professional photographer. And what he did was he told everybody, listen, my professional photographer is going to take all the pictures with me and you. So don't worry about it. Put your phones away. You don't have to worry about it. The pictures will be uploaded tonight on my website. And that's what he did. So there was,
that's smart.
It was like a step and repeat real quick. He did enough like, chit chat with them, but we got to keep it moving because there's literally a photographer.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And then he gets
Especially on the cruises and stuff. Like, keep them moving.
that's dope.
And try to start a conversation with something that they're interested in and, like, turn it on them because people like to talk about themselves. It's like dating. People want to hear their own story. They want to get it out. So if you can, as quickly as you can, pivot the conversation to something about them and they get excited, just let them rip. And then wait for it to go on a high note, and go, ah, and then you ride that laugh away.
Next.
You do the laugh and roll, right? And then you move to the next one.
Now that is good advice.
It is, ain't it?
And not just all weird sayings.
I think she's done that to me before.
Jump
Never.
the shark.
We're on the phone all the time. Now we're not because of the podcast, but usually
I don't know if I like that either.
What?
Like, we gotta wait to have
I
our conversation.
know. But you don't want to I don't know. It is weird though, because most of our conversations are save it for the podcast. Do you do that with your stuff too? Because it's like you don't want to waste it.
Yeah, you don't want to waste it because you want to be authentic on the podcast. Save the conversation for the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we just need to record
We'll do it more
everything.
often. Yeah. We'll
gotta
get,
record everything.
Yeah, this is gonna get to the next level, and then the three of us will be recording constantly. Then we won't have to worry.
I think the next time we do this, we should do it live.
I thought about that.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Like on what?
Live stream it.
What, YouTube or
YouTube,
Facebook?
We can multicast it everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Facebook. If we can do it on Facebook, it'll definitely be. You can see the comments.
Yeah.
We should do that.
We should do
We
that.
should do that ASAP.
All right.
People will love that.
Yeah.
We can do that right now, and we'll get people.
Right now?
I
You
guarantee
ready?
we could.
What do you want to talk about though? We just
Can
did.
we see
How
the-
long have we been talking?
Over an hour.
Oh,
So we're at 2 hours and 11 minutes. Yeah. So I think
yeah.
we save it for the next time,
All right.
just because
This one wasn't as fun as the other one.
Last one was pretty funny. This was good.
We got a
That
couple of
last
good
one was
laughs.
funny.
Yeah, the other one was fun.
Okay.
If we go live, can we go live for a few minutes? Just a few minutes, so we can tell people about the podcast.
How long
I
would
can go
that
live
take?
from my phone.
But it'll show this.
No.
I can do some BTS live right now.
What's that?
Behind the scenes footage.
But it's not all this equipment.
Yeah. it'd
Like he
be-
could do it on his phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe next time we could do it live.
Or it would be cooler if you guys did it live from the podcast, saying that we're going to do the next podcast live.
Yes.
To do it from your phone, from your account.
Yes.
Oh, so wait. Okay.
We can go live on your phone right now,
Okay.
and we can say, "Hey, we're wrapping up this episode of Laugh Through Podcast with us or whatever. Next episode, we're gonna stream live. We're going live. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah. But keep in mind, it's not going to be the first episode that gets released.
No.
No.
And this is all going to be in this episode right
Oh,
now.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, so we still going?
We're still
right now?
going, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to wrap the episode live.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. You just need to walk us there.
You got to say it in regular terms.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
you
gotcha.
do it
You
public.
jumped the shark on me.
I did jump the shark. I'm sorry. I'm
This
sorry.
conversation has jumped the shark for sure. No, just kidding.
Now, keep in mind, you are kind of singing for your supper right now.
We are singing for our
We
supper.
singing for our supper. Jeez.
We're all going to be singing for this supper.
You know, I've learned so many.
Catherineisms.
Yes.
At this
that-
point,
It's crazy. Hold on. How do?
I don't realize how many. When we're off air, because it's a curse word, but I said something the other day, and I didn't say it in a way where it was like me trying to curse. It was just the way I said it, and my daughter was like, "Mom, you have to stop saying it like that." I had
What
to.
were you saying?
So we were at a place where they were really strict on parking, and they wanted us all buttoned up. And I came in and I knew everybody was leaving, so the car was hanging out of the parking space like a little bit, right? So I say like the ass is hanging out, right? So I say to her boyfriend, "Hey, can you let Kayla know that her ass is hanging out into the street?" I meant the back of the car. He looks at me because he's like, and I'm like, "Can you let her know?" And he's looking at me like, "What is going on?" Or what are you talking about? And I said it again. And my daughter was like, "It's the back of the car. Stop saying it like that." But this other kid goes, "My mom talks like that too."
Everybody say that, don't we?
But I guess these younger kids don't say it.
You got to get closer.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know where you were going.
I was trying to. I didn't hit live yet, but
Hi.
why is it so big?
I don't know. What is it? This is a nice phone, dude.
Thank you. I can't get us both in there though.
No, I can't.
You got to hit that 0.5.
The what?
Oh, wait, you have an iPhone now. Yeah. Can't you, go?
It's on Facebook.
Oh.
Oh, it was zoomed in. Okay.
You want me to come hold the phone for you?
Okay. There we go.
There
All
you
right.
go. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. We have to go
We
live.
look very awkward.
So we still rolling.
We're still rolling. Yeah, we're filming.
Okay. All right. It's 3, 2, 1. You know, I could have put a book up or something. But, you know, what's up? We're gonna wait to see people coming. It look crazy. Let's see, anybody there yet? Nobody? Yo,
Oh, I see you guys.
you see us? All right.
I'm like, hi, Marlon.
Okay. I see one person. Is that Marlon? Mm-hmm. We need more than Marlon.
What? I'm not enough?
No, you're more than enough, brother.
Oh, we got 2 people.
Okay. All right. Next Gen. Okay, there we go. Next Gen Network. Okay. All right. We got a couple people on here.
OG mac and cheese.
What's up, Cal? I see you. Hey, I'm here with my homegirl Catherine Maloney.
Hello.
And the homie Marlon Gordon from Next Gen Network. We actually recording our podcast live right now, and we stopped to come on Facebook to say that next time we're gonna be on Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live.
We're gonna be streaming it live on Facebook. It's crazy. We got Mike, Iron Mike, with us. We learning stuff. The podcast is called Laugh Through, and it's about life, some funny, some serious stuff. Yeah. You said 4 people.
Here,
Yeah,
you take it. You take it.
Okay.
My
yeah.
legs are starting to burn.
She's cramping.
I thought I was gonna fart.
Cramping.
I thought for a split second I was gonna fart, and then I was just gonna
Close your
my
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
See, you would get all these inside jokes
Yeah,
if you were in the room.
If you were in the room when we was recording, listen, I'm gonna show y'all this. Look at the studio, y'all. Look. The studio is beautiful. We here at Next Gen Network. There go our Dr. Dre in the back. Hold on. I done lost Dr. Dre in the back. There we go. That's our Dr. Dre back there.
Marlon.
That's Marlon.
What up?
He was make it all happen. I guarantee y'all is we making some magic. We on here right now live.
Like a crab having his legs removed and having them grow back on.
Magic. It's so much.
Another inside joke
So
that
many
you will
things.
get when we launch these episodes.
So many things going on. You need to come check it. What is it? Laugh Through. What's our social medias? I don't even.
I don't know. You
Listen,
set it up.
You know what? Don't you do it like that. So listen. I'm gonna post the links tonight, y'all. Subscribe. It's gonna be off the chain. We talking about Generation X being better than all the other generations because it's true. We talk about look, white women notes. Watch, you're gonna learn a lot. We teaching people stuff.
Jumping sharks.
Singing
for supper.
It's so much.
Many things. I don't realize how many sayings that I have until I'm sitting here recording this podcast. It's like
You're a plethora of sayings.
wasteless, I speak in like dialects,
Yeah.
like sayings or.
Tell the people where you're gonna be at this weekend.
I'm gonna be at the Laugh Out Lounge in Lakeland, Winter Haven, right? Is it called Winter Haven?
Winter Haven.
Winter
Yeah.
Haven, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be there with Joe Latham is my host, and I've got Stephen Henry as my feature. Mike Lee will be there. Of course, it's his club. And there's only I don't know, what is it, 40, 50 seats?
No, it's more than that, I think.
60 seats?
Probably about 60, 75, yeah.
We could easily pack that out, Lakeland. So if you're in Orlando and you want to take a little bit of a drive, or if you're in Tampa and you want to take a little bit of a drive, come see me. It's going to be fun.
She funny, yo.
Right?
That's my
Where are you
homegirl.
going to be?
That's my homegirl. You know what? I'm in Asheville next weekend, Wednesday, I think.
Okay.
So I'm around this weekend. I might pull up on you. You never know.
Don't say that because I need a ride. My car's in the shop. Let's not throw it out. I might
Hey,
drive.
What's wrong with the car? Did you give him a note?
Nobody will take my note.
Steve Solo said, "Hi, beautiful." Hey.
Hey.
Oh, you talking to her, not me? Okay. All right.
I just assumed he was talking to you and Marlon.
Yeah. I mean, I am the sex symbol out of the group. We all know this.
This is
Out of
true.
The three of us. Well, I don't know. Marlon got
No, that's all
cardboard
you, man.
babies now.
I know.
You know what I mean? But hey, I'm just saying. Oh, he said just clarifying his high beautiful was for her.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. She said thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Just gonna treat me like that, huh?
Yeah, totes.
But hey, Laugh Through Podcast, coming very soon. We're gonna have some episodes out for you. Catherine Maloney, we got Marlon. We on Next Gen Network. Be looking out. We coming. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome, just awesome.
Not as awesome as beef bacon, but definitely. I gotta get beef bacon though.
Listen, y'all, let's
forgot
find
we're
some
on that
beef
thing.
bacon. I'll bring it. When are we recording next?
I don't know. We have to check schedules.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Marlon's gonna be gone next week.
I know, and you're gonna be gone. You're gonna be in Nashville.
Yeah.
Is it North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay. I like North Carolina.
It's nice. I think I did it once before, like when they first started. It's way bigger now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little nervous. I don't want to go and just,
Why are you nervous? You're amazing.
because I don't want to do it just to say I did a festival. I want to meet somebody or something in the industry that makes it worth it.
Just pray on it.
I want to get late night TV for them.
Pray on it. I'm telling you, say, I have faith.
I have
and it is
faith.
going to happen, and you're going to meet that person, and you're going to get your late night time slot before
all.
the end of the year. That's what we're speaking into existence.
If we get late night TV this year, Marlon,
Ooh, let's go.
yeah.
He's going to get it.
Let's go. I
We
believe
have
it.
enough people that we know that have popped off and gotten it. There's no reason you're not next.
You know,
Me, I can understand why.
you know,
I curse a lot.
What's his face just taped it again? Orlando.
Oh, Leba?
Yeah.
Florida's funniest winner.
I think he just did the Tonight Show again.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's fun seeing our friends and people that we know. Like,
I thought we was done. I'm sorry.
wrap it up.
Hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in to Laugh Through Podcast. Ron Hortman, Catherine Maloney, Marlon Gordon on the ones and twos. We appreciate y'all listening. Life it happens. You got to laugh through it.